These are the Target Bolide 05s, and these are a Swiss point dart. If you don't know, Swiss point is Target's own design where you can put the Swiss point tool key in, turn it, and the point will come out of the dart, so you can change it easily. But what I want to know is if I take a non-Swiss point, will that go into the Swiss point dart? Let's find out.
Let's get straight into it then. So, first of all, this is not a brand new set of darts. There's an old set of Bolides I've got. I've got a few sets. I couldn't risk it not working and then ruining my set of darts. Also, I don't really want non-Swiss points in my darts. I like the points I've got already. But as you can see, the point does go in. It just needs putting in properly with a point removal tool. I've got a point removal tool from Red Dragon, the Helix. So I'm going to be using this today. And first of all, I'm going to show you how to repoint a dart. So here we go. First of all, I need to take all of the flights and points off the barrel. These are Swiss point, like I said earlier, so the point just screws off with the Swiss point tool like we did, and the flights just unscrew it and come off. Then I take the screws off the point removal tool, and I'll slide the barrel onto the tool here, screwing it in so it's nice and secure. I then need to get my new point and lay it in that little groove there you'll see in between the two sort of nut holes, what a strange thing to say. You're going to lay the point down in the contraption, making sure it's in line with the barrel, and then tightening these nuts back up, clamping it in place. You need to make sure it's nice and tight out so the point will just slip through and it won't grab and it won't push onto the barrel. Then you're going to take this longer pole here, stick it through here, give it a turn a few times, and that will basically force the barrel onto the point and sticking it on. Nice and tight. After you've done this, just unscrew these nuts here. And you'll see here, I didn't notice this till later on in the video, but you see the point is actually a little bit bent. You see it there turning, it's a little bit bent. So I don't know whether that's because of the Swiss point grooves inside the barrel. I've never had a point that's not a Swiss point going bent, so that could be to do with the grooves. I gave them a throw. They threw quite nicely. Obviously that point was bent, but the other two are absolutely fine. These points are not the best points. They did sort of fall out the board, which they're not good points. They're brand new, but they weren't the best points. So that's a word of advice on these points as well. These are the Raptor points from Red Dragon, not ideal. But they threw really well. They flew like normal points. There's no different. You wouldn't tell they were not Swiss points if you were used to Swiss points sort of thing.
One thing I have actually noticed about putting the non-Swiss points in the Swiss point dart is that it's actually bent the point slightly. I don't know whether that's because of the grooves inside or they can just bend when you put them in. I don't know. I've not had one bend before on me when I've repointed darts before that are not Swiss points, as in normal points and normal darts. But this you can't see on the camera, I don't think. But it is slightly bent. You can see when it's in the board that it does bend slightly. I'll just try and get a picture of it in the board. No, you can't see it. But it is slightly bent, so that's interesting. So something to take into account if you are going to repoint Swiss point darts with non-Swiss points.
Now we know you can put non-Swiss points in Swiss point barrels, it's time to see if you can put Swiss points back in it after you've removed the point. So like you see there, I've just removed the point, pulled the point out, there it is. I'm going to try and put a Swiss point back in this barrel. Now will it work, or have I ruined these barrels completely? Okay, time for the giveaway. I know a lot of you are just watching this video for the giveaway. So here we go. I'm giving away these Luke Nuke K-Flex and also these Luke Nuke K-Flex. I've got two sets, one in short and one in intermediate. I've had 328 people comment, so 328 entries. So if you haven't entered, I really appreciate it. The first name I draw out will be the person that can decide if they want intermediate or short, and the second person drawn will get whatever is left. So thanks for entering, good luck, let's get into the giveaway. So congratulations to Ronan and Storm's Drift. Well done. I'll be in touch and I'll get the K-Flex sent out to you soon as I can. One more thing though, stay tuned. There'll be another giveaway coming soon, and it is potentially the biggest giveaway I've ever done. I'm just waiting for a few more things to be finalised before I can confirm I'm going to give it away. But I will potentially be giving this away in the near future. So this here is my dartboard. I'm not giving that away because it's absolutely battered. This is my Bolton Wanderers surround. I'm not giving that away because I love Bolton Wanderers. But you'll notice around the outside, I've got my Scolia Home Flex. And I'm just waiting for an email to come through to confirm that I can give this Scolia Home Flex away. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow me on TikTok, and I'll be announcing when I'm going to give it away and how to enter the giveaway on there. Like I say, I'm not 100% sure I can do it yet, but the chances are it's looking very, very likely that I can give this Scolia away. So make sure you follow in, stay tuned. The biggest giveaway I think I've ever seen in darts, absolutely huge. Someone can win this anywhere in the world, someone will be taking this home. Let's get back to the video. The moment of truth. So I screwed and screwed and screwed and screwed this Swiss point into the barrel and it would not go in. So I think what's happened is when we've put the normal point in, we have actually damaged the thread inside the Swiss point barrel, which has in fact ruined it. It would go in, it would sit in there, but it wouldn't go tight. So these barrels are now an absolute write-off unless I want to put non-Swiss point points into the barrels.
There we have it. It turns out it is not possible to put your Swiss point back into the Swiss point barrel after you've changed the points on it. So if you are looking at putting normal points in a Swiss point barrel, you can do it. I know there are things you can do to convert it properly. I don't know how to do it myself. I know people that do convert them anyway. But if you're going to do it, just be aware that if you do it, it'll be the last time you can put Swiss points in them. It will ruin the thread inside. And also one more thing to keep aware of is that, like the other point I showed you earlier, it might bend the point slightly. So keep that into account. And I would just say, if you've got Swiss point darts, use Swiss points. If you haven't got Swiss point darts, then obviously put normal points in them. Thanks for watching this video. Hope it's helped. Hope you learned something. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.